my worth, my wealth, decimated. I am unworthy of humanness. Kyla speaks. She is better than me. She is smarter. She is more put together. She is wiser and older, and best of all, the audience loves her. And she goes off on a tangent, and Stephen is not even listening. She may realize this is happening. He moves the conversation without giving her the validation she needs. She stays silent until it's her turn to perform again. Ava comes on. He's right, Victory lap. He was right all along. He says, I get to shine. And he does. So bright. And it burns. Kyla has to take her stage again. She wants to share the stage. She wants to shine. She wants to share. Kyla says Stephen is simply too likable. That is his problem. His response, cringe. Stephen is the victim. I'm reminded of how small and silly this world is. This very small place Stephen can control. It's his. He calls himself a sociopath 4 times, and his orbiters jump to empathy. No, you're not a sociopath. You're just hurt. You're just so hurt. Please, just admit you actually are upset by this. I'm so sorry this happened to you again. You can't trust anyone. You're too forgiving. He makes excuses for Max. Now, he schmoozes. He masturbates to his audience. He gets to have empathy for Max. He is the victor. He is the guy. He is God. Max is Judas. But Stephen has empathy for Judas. He ejaculates his empathy into the audience. Abba asks Stephen, almost on the money. He asks why he uses us as entertainment. But somehow, it's not Stephen's fault, not his responsibility. It can't be. It's Max's. It's mine. Abba says it's Max's and I's fault. We are bad people. We are bad people for wanting to use the big opportunity we've been given by a big streamer with no boundaries. Stephen is just too good. And I cannot speak. I won't. I am already burned. Already scalded. Nothing I say is correct. I live in delusion. My narrative is up in the air. I can say nothing. I watch horrified. Stephen reminds Kyla he is a sociopath, and she does not believe him. And he even calls her Kyra, the wrong name. Stephen explains to Kyla how he uses us for content, and Kyla does not listen to him tell her who he is. He is telling her who he is, and she does not hear him. He said it again. He is a sociopath. He doesn't care about this. She does not believe him. I wonder what would happen if a friend were to ask him what he'd done wrong. He calls Max a narcissist. For a year he's groaned about armchair psychiatry and pure diagnosis. It doesn't pertain. Not to Max. Stephen knows what Max is. Kyla scrambles to tell Stephen he's a good person deep down, and he needs better friends and richness. And Stephen calls her a Max, a weapon. He says she's mind-raping him, that he is just this person. He just doesn't feel. Kyla goes silent. Shot dead with Max bullets. Max, who was one of his closest friends a week before. He promises for the 3rd day in a row to nuke all mention of me. He doesn't. The engagement is too good. He doesn't. Kelly Jean says she wound up on purpose. She knew it'd be easy after I cried on stream. She knows I'm spiraling. She likes it because I exploded on her in a panel and I have differing views on sex work. So I am no longer human. She said she'd think it was fun. Kyla, the psychology buff, laughs. Stephen laughs. Everyone laughs. Then is a half-hearted sigh of disappointment and they move on. I message Max sobbing. He is his usual self, caring, there when I need him, but vaguely distant because he knows I don't trust him, and he doesn't want our narratives to get mixed up when we're both emotional. He is hyper-aware of the manipulative narcissist label that's been hurled at him. He wants to keep us both safe. Shaylin asks if I'm eating. Max mostly tells me to write how I feel. I do. I write this. I look back up at Stephen's stream. And last, Stephen reads a text from Anna.